Hello my people, welcome back to Boss Tube. Yes, so how are you guys? I'm good. I'm appreciating every support you're giving me, even if it's a little. I appreciate, guys, because it's not easy for anyone to come and click on your video and just watch. I appreciate, and I appreciate. So guys, let's jump into our video today. But this video, I will start by asking you guys, like, what is, hey, how do you see my hair? Today I tried. Clap for me. Clap for me, guys. So guys, I'm trying to ask you with this one question. What is this one thing that you can do to your daughter or your son or your child and you feel like you've done the worst, like you're the worst parent ever? What is that one thing? Comment down below and tell me what the worst thing you've ever done to your daughter or your son and felt like you're the worst mother or the worst father in the world. Like, comment on the section down below. And guys, by the way, you're not commenting on my videos. I like to see those comments so that I understand if I'm doing the right thing. How did you see my first video? How was it? What am I supposed to change? Only one person was able to correct me, and I appreciate him so much. But others, you're not even telling me what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right, so that I know which direction to take. Anyways, let's jump into our video today. So guys, fasten your seatbelts. Let's get into this dark tunnel. I don't know if we'll ever see the end of this tunnel because it's dark all the way. Yes, so today we are going to start their story by, a disclaimer, and by saying just what is the worst thing that you have ever done to your daughter or child that felt like, whoa, am I not the worst parent? So guys, my video today is about parents who really did the worst to their child, and I will start by saying that it's wild. It's really, really wild. So guys, Jessica Grooves and Daniel Grooves. These are two parents who had a 15-year-old son in the house, and these two married couples were already in this marriage for 20 plus years. So they were a mature couple, in a mature marriage, and they had one son who was 15 years old, and that's typically a teenager. And Jessica Grooves became pregnant. When Jessica Grooves became pregnant, she did not inform the husband, and I don't know how the husband never got to know that the wife was pregnant. It baffles me, but hey, like, pregnancies are different. The people who can go so much along with the pregnancy without someone noticing, and there are others, the first day kaboom, and So, I don't know which part you are. Comment down on the section below and tell me what kind of a person you are during pregnant. Mothers out there, tell me, are you the one who gets noticed by the first day? Or the one who gets noticed by the 8th month? Tell me. So, when she was pregnant, she never went to antenatal care. She never took care of her pregnancy. And apparently, she did not even tell the husband that she was pregnant. Now, the problem here is the son now. The son, I think he saw. The son was Daniel. This is also another video whereby a child is called, a parent's name is passed down to a child. So Daniel Daniel Grooves Jr. That was the name of the son. So Daniel Grooves Jr. is the one who asked the mother, "Mom, are you pregnant?" And she admitted that she was pregnant. So it baffles me how come the father never knew if the child could actually notice that the mother was pregnant and had to confront her. So she went along with the pregnancy well. I can't say well because nothing much is said about the pregnancy. But now we reach on the Labor Day. Yes. So on this day, she's there. The pains and pangs of labor and all this stuff. But this woman was not feeling that, that pangs, those things that people feel when they're pregnant, the pain, the retching of the stomach, the tightening of your how can I say, of your tummy and everything else. but she seemed okay. She seemed to be really holding it together. And when she reached the hospital, then the maternity nurses were trying to help her, but she could not cooperate, because I felt like, I don't know. I felt like she just did not want this baby from the word go. That's why she never really cared what was happening to her body. So when she reached this house, this hospital, and she was in labor, guys, she was 10 centimeters dilated, but this woman was making no, no, what can I say? No, she was showing no sign of real pain. When you feel the ring of fire in your stomach when you're about to give birth. Women, you know that. Comment down on section below and tell me what you felt when you were giving birth. Me, I know what I felt. So she was 10 when you are 10 centimeters dilated, my sisters. You know how we go down. Whoa, yeah. We call on the ancestors in this life to come save our lives. But this woman was not doing any of that. She was collected. She was uncooperative. And it's like, get this alien out of me. I want to go. It's like she didn't care. So then the nurses trying to ask her about the antenatal, trying to really, they always take this test, this word, going to this visit, so that they can know what to expect during the due date. But now this woman never went to this processes that you go. Now now the nurses really didn't know what to handle. They didn't know what is in stock for them, because they don't really know the situation. But now, when she was almost in labor and almost delivering, she was like, it's coming, it's coming. Oh my God, sorry. Who says that? Like, whew, I was there already, ready, just to, okay, I was pushing. I was not telling anybody anything. It was coming. I was pushing. So, this woman pushes a 1 or 2 or 3, sharp, baby's born. Now we come to the real story. Dylan Groves was born. This little baby boy, a bundle of joy, was born. Sweet baby. When you give birth and you look at your baby, it's like the best thing that your life can offer. It's like, whew, I gave birth to a life. Like, I'm the source of this baby's life. I am responsible for this person. You feel that, it's a different feeling. It's not a feeling that you get to feel every day. But this woman didn't behave like she really, she didn't behave like she really, she didn't believe like she really cared if the baby was okay or the baby was not okay. She just did not care. It's like, pushing and moving and looking the other way. So now what happened after that? After she gave birth, the baby, from the nurse's confession, or what do we call, the witness, the nurses came to witness in the hearing, and they said that the child had no color to him. The child he was an addict. The child he had so much, like, he was not okay. So he was placed on NICU. Ladies and gentlemen, NICU is a newborns intensive care unit. Apparently, I've never had it in Africa, or maybe in Kenya. Maybe there is. I'm not. Don't throw stones at me. I've never had. Me, it's just here. Maybe I always hear on this, in other countries. Not really here. Maybe they're there, or maybe we don't give them that name. Guys, if you know that we have NICU in Kenya or in Africa, please, and the comment down below, do it for me. And I'll appreciate to get to know that some things exist in Kenya or in Africa that I don't know. So when this child was placed there, he was placed on oxygen. They were generally trying to bring him to a normal condition of any child. And the parents, now Daniel Groves and Jessica Groves, didn't really seem like they really wanted to meet the baby. When you push the baby out of you, you are given the time to recuperate. You're given time to maybe clean yourself. There's so many things that happen before you are given a baby. to hold, I know, to feel, that this one-to-one skin, which by the which she was given. She was given the baby for skin to skin. When you give birth and you're lying there and they give you a child to put here, and feeling that connection. But she didn't. The nurses say that they didn't feel like she felt that connection with the son, who is Dylan. But okay, then they took him to Nico from there. So they didn't. Jessica didn't seem like she really wanted to meet the baby now after everything, giving birth, changing, Nini, all these things. She didn't seem like she really wanted to meet her child now, and I think the baby now was no, the parents were now tested for drugs because the child was found an addict. So they had to like they had to, what can I say? They had to be tested to see if they were okay, they were eligible, I don't know the word, to go with the baby home. But the mother was found. The mother's test came that she was positive of meth and I think cocaine, and the father was not positive on any drugs. Like, he was not in any drugs. Hold that thought. This thought of the father not having drugs in his system, hold it for me, because we'll be coming back to that story. So guys, when this whole test was done, when such situations happen, they always involve the children protective services. When they informed them, now they had to check around for the kin who can take this child home before these parents recollected themselves to be in a position to handle the child. But now they found no kin, so they had to look for they had to put the baby on, hey baby, ha. They had to put the baby on foster program. Now when they put the baby on foster program, that's when they called a woman by the name Bowling. Now Miss Bowling, when Miss Bowling was called, she accepted to take the baby home. When she accepted to take the baby home, she kind of just called friends, relatives to give him some provisions for the baby, like diapers, let's go to blankets, to strollers, to formula, to everything that a baby needs. The friends were able to provide. She said that within a day of the after she received the call, she had everything that she needed for this child. I mean, who has friends like that? Because me personally, I don't have friends like that. I don't. So she went to the hospital and picked the baby. Before she picked, she was taught on how to handle this child. Remember, this child is not a normal child who has been given birth. This child is an addict. This child needed a very strict attention. Dylan needed attention because he had issues of addiction, and I hear that a child with addiction needs so much care. A child, when you give birth to a child, generally, like you have given birth to a child who has no complications, the child is still too much. A baby is so much. Like, your life is, when you give birth, your life stops and your baby starts. So you can imagine when you are given a child who has a condition. On top of it, it's a newborn. On top of all that, you are a foster parent. Maybe you give, like this woman now, Andrea Bowling. She had given birth like long ago. By the time she's being called, her son is in college. So it means she had taken care of a child a very long time ago. But she agreed. She agreed to take care of this child. So guys, angels do exist. Angels do exist as much as demons do. Because this is a case of demons versus angels. Not angels, but angels. Demons versus angels. Angels being Andrea Bowlings and Dylan Groves. Demons being Jessica Groves and Daniel Groves. Like, guys, I don't know. So, after 5 days in the NICU, Dylan Groves was ready to go home with the foster mother, now Andrea Bowling. And Andrea said that she was happy that she's going to have him home, and she reached home. She even said something that I really had no idea that existed, that something by the name of Mamaru, whereby children with addiction are put on it so that they lie and it suits their body, because those children tend to have tremors, so that Mamaru kind of suits their system. Yes. So guys, this child goes home after 5 days, and the parents also go home. But now I'm talking about, leave the parents alone now. Let's talk about Andrea Bowling and Dylan. They are home. Andrea was saying that when they were home, Dylan was really, let me say, he had tremors, like jacking his legs, a lot of sweating, a lot of, he was fussy, he wanted to be held all the time. I understand. I mean, many kids want to be held, but now the condition of the child, you just accept. Even Andrea was saying that I was ready to like carry him always, as much as he wanted, because he always wanted to be held if he's not sleeping. So, and Andrea was really ready to do this for this kid. And Andrea was also responsible for taking this kid to pediatric visits, taking the child to child protection services to be checked. It's among the conditions of foster parenting, where you have to visit there. It's kind of reporting about the baby and all this stuff. She used to do all that, and she was so much of a mother than the mother that gave birth to this baby. So guys, after a while, now there was a visit. The parents were supposed to visit Dylan Groves, and they came to the child protection services. That's where they visited. That's where they went to visit him. So Miss Bowling was supposed to take the son, who is Dylan Groves, to the foster son, to the offices, and the parents, Jessica and Daniel Groves, were supposed to go there and visit them there, because that's the criteria. They don't go to visit in the house, they visit in the offices. So when they visited the offices, Jessica Groves was somehow, Jessica Groves was somehow excited to meet the baby. She was all fussy, all excited, throwing hands all over just to see the baby. And to Andrea Bowlings, it was strange, because this is the same parent who did not want her baby when they were in the hospital. Now what has changed? Why is she throwing her hands everywhere as if she's excited to see the baby, when we both know she's not? So for Andrea said that the way that Jessica behaved, it made her believe that she was still under drugs, that she was under something. But she said that Daniel Groves was silent. His demeanor was silent. Demeanor being the behavior. He was silent. He was composed, but never said, he just generally was cool. But Jessica was all over, throwing his hands, excited, blabbing words and all this stuff. And after she said she met this parent for 5 minutes, but she was able to see the demeanor of the parents, and she did not like the demeanor of Jessica Groves. And after the visit, they went home Dylan with the foster mother went home. And I think after 2 days of the visit, she called the child protective services to know when the next visit is going to be, so that she can insert it in her schedule. Now the foster mother, Andrea Bowlings. And when she called, she was told that Daniel Groves, now the father, was coming to pick Dylan. As in short, they are reuniting with the father, and he's not going to be in foster care anymore. And Andrea really was wondered how that came to be, because she had seen the demeanor of Jessica. She even tried to complain to the social services people that, hey, this woman seems like she's still under this and this. And the social services told her that just nani Daniel Groves keeps keeps being found with no drugs in his system. Every time he's tested, there's no drugs in his system. So we cannot deny him having his son, because he's okay. He's not under influence of anything, and we cannot stand and like deny him being with his son. So generally, Andrea had nothing. She cannot refuse the father being with the son, because she's under the child protective services, and those are the same people who are giving out the child. So she had to give up. And she said that when what's the name, when Daniel Groves came for the son in the child protective services, they met there still the same way they met in the first visit. When they met there, Andrea had carried blankets, formula, diapers, everything that she had in her house for Dylan, because she's not going to need them anymore. She brought them to Daniel and told him here has his stuff, and he even gave him a Bible and her number. She told him, if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to call. Anything, don't just hesitate to call. You can call and just ask for it. Andrea was really, really, really wanted to be in the life of this child. So now, when Daniel took Dylan, that was the last time that Dylan ever saw his foster mother. In short, communication cut. Like literally it went blackout from on the side of Andrea and the side of the Grooves. Now we leave Andrea, we go to the Grooves family and the child protective services. Now when they took the baby was okay. The baby had started recuperating and really being as normal as he could ever be. And now when they were the parents took him into the house. Remember, I forgot to tell you guys, when the child protection services told Andrea that Daniel was coming to pick the child, they told her that Daniel is going to take the son, but Jessica is not going to live in the same house with the family. So, and this time he's going to be taking care of his drug addiction problem, so that he can be reunited later with the parent. So when this transition is happening, Jessica is not supposed to be in the site or in the house where Dylan and Daniel and Daniel Senior and Daniel Junior live. That's the arrangement. Okay, hold that thought. So when they went there, when they're living in that house, when they're living in that house with the Dylan, Daniel, and the son, the Daniel Junior. They live in this summer. That's the criteria which they had arranged from the child protection services. So let me tell you guys, that's when now the hide and seek started. The child protection services could not reach the Daniel family. The police could not reach them. Nobody could get access. No calls, no nothing. The only time that the child protection services called the group's family, they were told that Daniel actually told they called Daniel, because that's the only person they know had the custody of this child. They called, and when they called, they were told that okay, because now he was the only person who had the custody of this child, so apparently he was the only one who could be called by the child protection services to come and not to come, but for them to know how the baby was doing. And this one time that he picked the call, he told the child protection services that the child was growing like a weed. Like, it's just a saying, like, he's doing great, like he's perfect like never before. That's exactly what, the meaning of what he said at that point. So from there, no call was picked. And the child protection services called the police and told the police that, hey, we are worried about a certain kid, and we would like you guys to go and like call the neighbors' kids, so that they, like do a welfare checkup and know if there's something wrong with the baby. So when all this happened, when the police went there, they knocked at the door, nobody could open. They did that like 3 times, three different visits, and after that they decided to get a search warrant, which they got, and they went and like knocked down the house, the door to that house. So after they knocked the door to that house, they found Jessica in the house. Remember, Jessica is not supposed to be in that house. Yes, Jessica was not supposed to be there because he's supposed to be somewhere rehabilitating himself from drugs. That's not, he's not supposed to be in that. That was not the arrangement. Let me just put it that was not the arrangement. But she was there. And apparently, Daniel hid. Now the husband, he hid. He was nowhere to be found, but Jessica was found. When Jessica was arrested and taken into custody, Daniel put the police into a 6-hour standoff. Just, you know, just him, hide and seek thing for 6 good hours until he gave up and just surrendered to the authority, and he was taken into custody. So guys, after this guy was taken into custody, this is where everything went from 0 to 100, because really nobody knew what actually happened. At this point, we don't know what is happening to Dylan, because he has never been seen since he left Andrea Bolling's house. He has never been seen, neither with the child protective services, with the police, nobody has ever seen this child. Even the pediatrician, where he's supposed to be, going there frequently for his checkups, because he's an addict and he's going through episodes, tremors, and all this shit. So when the police arrest these two rascals, not even rascals, these two demons, and they are testing, not testing, but questioning them. Where's Dylan? What happened to Dylan? Can we see Dylan? Help us, help, trying to like be friendly. They knew, they reached a point and understood that these people are not going to rat out anything. They're not going to tell them what is happening, what is not happening. So at a point, Daniel lied to them that the child was, I think, somewhere. It's like me telling you I hid something in Kisumu when I know I hid in Mombasa. Like just sending them into a wild goose chase. And when they went to the place, they had said they did not find anything. So they came back to them and told them, hey guys, we know you lied to us. Where is the baby? Because you are going to, like, you are adding trouble to yourself by lying to us. But they still could not say anything. Like those people, okay. Whew, like they were in solidarity in this lying session. So it reached a point the police were tired, so they decided to use another tactic. But they, guys, you should go and check like the interrogation tactics that the police used, just to make these they're victims, not victims, but the prisoners, to rat or to crack and say whatever it is that they want to hear. So they actually took them and put them in one interrogation room and left, like intentionally left for a while. When they left, that's when everything, my friends, everything came to light. Like that's when when we knew what happened to baby Dylan. Apparently, Jessica is there telling Daniel, I did not tell them where I hid the body. And Daniel is saying, me neither. If it was like us normal people, like talking to another person, obviously the people who are out there would not have heard what we will have said. But these rooms have amplifiers, they amplify the voices of whatever the hell is being said inside there. So the police heard what they said, and there they knew that baby Dylan was long gone. Baby Dylan was long gone, and he had been, I don't know, killed by the two of them or one of them, but point is, he was dead. So when they had that, they went in there and gave them an interrogation. That's when they accepted that baby Dylan was dead and was in a well. Check this well. A well, guys, a well. Like your child dying and you throw him in a well. And then you sleep till morning. Like you snore at night. I mean, if I'm asked for a demon, I will come and get you, because I don't think there's a better demon than you. So and apparently this well, they did not just take the baby and throw him in there. They actually took 2 crates. Look at these crates. 2 crates, and like put baby Dylan in. The sides that, he was 4 months old. The sides that remained, baby guys, 4 months. The sides that remained, they filled it with 18 stones, and they wrapped the baby with 6 rolls of sheet and bed sheets, filled it with stones, covered it with another crate, and with and like tied it with the copper wire. If that is not something that is very well thought out, like you sat down and knew what you're going to do to your son, then I don't know what is. You could not even tremble while you guys. Oh, humanity. That's when do we start staining ourselves this deep. So they actually, let me just list for you how they did it. They rolled the baby in 6 sheets, 6 rolls of bed sheets, put him in a milk crate. The sides that remained, they filled it with 18 rocks or 18 stones. After that, they took what? God, this thing is so annoying. They took another milk crate, like cover it up and like closed it with copper wire and 2 padlocks, and then they put it on a 4-wheeler and drove it inside the well. I don't know what strength they used to turn back and go. That's one thing I'm asking myself. How did you turn back and go, leaving your child in a well? It doesn't matter if it's dead or not. The fact that you're leaving your child there, how did you turn and go? So guys, that's the explanation they gave the detectives. Not the detectives, the explanation that they gave in court, that this is how we did. And they were asked why they did that. What happened to baby Dylan? Because when the firefighters, the police, the autopsy and everything, when they took the child and took the child, when the crate of milk was exhumed, I don't even that's the word, from the well, and within minutes it started smelling. And guys, I've read and watched so many crime videos, and every time I watch these crime videos, what I hear them say, that the smell of a dead body, the smell of rotting flesh is the worst smell ever. Like, you can never mistake it for another thing. So the smell that came within minutes of the crate being got out of the well, it was it was obvious that it was human flesh rotting in there. And the autopsy showed that the child had broken ribs, broken hands, broken legs, broken skull. The child was in a very bad state, and the groups also say that the child died before he was driven into the well. The audacity of even saying what happened before what happened. And now when all this happened, when the baby was found and there was an hearing now, this woman, Jessica Grooves, had the audacity to say that she doesn't remember what really happened to baby Dylan. She said that she had hit him on the head. She had squeezed him on the ribs. She had, she had done so much that she did not know the exact, what can I say? The exact hitting or the exact fracture that caused his death. Because according to Jessica, Jessica hit the baby on 27th and the baby died on 28th. So apparently this child has been gone through numerous torture before he died. And all these things, when they were happening, so she could not say which one of these tortures caused the death of this baby. And let's go back to Daniel Groves. Apparently, when the Daniel Groves was testing negative for having contaminated system with drugs, apparently he was taking urine from his son Daniel Groves Jr. Because Daniel Groves Jr. testified, said that his father used to take urine from him, but he didn't know where the father was taking urine from too. But he used to take urine from him. So the urine that was being tested and the urine that made the Child Protective Services to take Dylan to his father was not Daniel's urine, but Daniel Jr.'s urine. Guys, people are sick to the head. I mean, you could have left this child with Andrea Bowling, and she could have done the greatest job in this life. But you guys decided to just destroy this baby. You know, this child will be like 2019, 2020, 22, around 2 years plus right now. But he died very, very small. Like his life was cut short in a very annoying way. Guys, so Jessica and Daniel Groves were sentenced. Like Jessica got life without parole. And you can check my videos where I said parole is whereby you are not going to be pardoned. No matter you behave well, no matter the president's pardon, no matter what happens, you are there for life. But Daniel Groves was given around 47 years in jail with the possibility of parole. At least he's going to be old when he gets out, if he ever gets out. Because guys, I've noticed in all the things that, all the crime videos that I've been watching, that any child molester, anybody who has hurt a child, if you go to jail, those people don't joke with you. They might even kill you there. Because I really want them to be, I don't know, God forgive me, but they need to die there. They just don't need to get out here. And I'm really sorry for the son who got to lose, the brother who got to lose his brother in a very weird way. You know, right now he's been adopted by the aunt, but I know he really needs a lot of counseling, because man, that's too much from your parents. So guys, that is the video I had for you today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Above all, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe, like, share. Above all, comment so that I can know how I did. By the way, on my first video, I would like you to comment and tell me how I did. Tell me what I should change. On my second video, tell me if I've made any improvements. You know, just comment on the comment section below. And also, guys, also tell me, I also asked you this question: what is that thing that you've done to your child and you feel like, wow, I went overboard, I literally jumped the fence with this one. Mwah. Bye guys, love you guys, love you, bye.